Singapore swept the top awards at the recent 10th Shell Eco Marathon Asia, and that was held in Kuala Lumpur. The competition saw students from all around Asia design and build ultra-energy efficient cars and then race to see which one can travel the furthest on 1 litre of fuel.
So Nanyang Technological University's team topped the urban concept hydrogen category, setting a competition record of 94 kilometers per cubic meter. The team also won the Drivers' World Championship qualifiers in a close finish, the first time ever for a Singapore team.
And for more, we're joined by the team's manager, Palaniapan Arunachalam, and mechanical lead, Felix Yong Tingrui. Thanks, you guys, for coming in. Arun, tell us firstly about the design of the car, which I understand has a bit of inspired by an insect, is that right?
Yes, correct. It's the beetle. So I would like to first start off saying that hydrogen, when you talk about Shell Eco Marathon, their prime importance is about efficiency. And when I say efficiency, meaning like how far could our car travel within the least amount of hydrogen use. So for that, we started to look for inspirations from Mother Nature itself, like the birds and the insects. They tend to have naturally built aerodynamics, and therefore we actually focus on this beetle, and that's how our unique design for our bubble roof came about. And we believe that was one of the reasons for us to win the design award in Shell Eco Marathon Asia.
Okay, so that is the physical structure we just saw there of the car, right? But you also have the materials that you brought in of the car. Why don't you tell us a little bit about, the material that you have in front of you?
All right. So
okay. So who wants to go first? Okay, Felix, why don't you go?
So maybe I will go first. So about this too.
Okay.
Right. So what I have here is the hydrogen fuel cell, and we can think of this as like the power supply for the vehicle itself. So what it does is it takes in hydrogen gas as the fuel, and as well as oxygen from the air around us. And what it does is it produces the electricity that powers the vehicle. Yes. So from here, it actually produces this electrical energy, and it's used to charge this up. So this is the supercapacitor. It's like a battery that stores the electricity that is generated from our hydrogen fuel cell, and it powers the motor of our vehicle.
I would imagine that one of the most important things when it comes to being efficient is the weight of the vehicle, because that's going to play an important part in, how efficient it can be. So tell us a bit about the materials of the rest of the vehicle that you were making.
Okay, I would like to start off with the biggest part of the car, which is the chassis, or in other words, the structure of the car. Is actually is a big effort to design this structure, and at this point of time I would like to thank my previous NV 10 members or Nanyang Venture 10 members for taking in a lot of effort to design that chassis, like the choice of the material they use, which is the Kevlar carbon hybrid material, and it actually contributed a lot in the strength weight ratio. And another interesting point that I want to point out is that these Kevlar materials are used in making bulletproof vests. And why I'm pointing out this is because this actually improves the impact resistance of the car. Like, because in Shell Eco Marathon, most of the cars are traveling at an average speed about 25-30 kilometers. And if there's going to be any collisions, right, that could be actually damaging. So we needed a structure that could actually withstand such impacts. Therefore, we choose Kevlar carbon fiber, and there are other things as well.
Okay, well, we understand that, as a team, you guys were very, very coordinated for this race. How did you all manage to practice, and what were some of the other challenges that, you faced, and, how did you guys overcome that?
So for this competition itself, we did not actually intentionally practice to get our teamwork or coordination, but rather in the months leading up to the competition itself, we have been trying very hard to improve the performance of our vehicle. And during the process, we have organized weekly practice sessions by conducting test runs in the lab, around our car park, around the lab. So from there, our team actually learned how to perform their tasks, as well as to get more familiar about the car itself, so that they can prepare for the actual race itself.
What were some of the challenges that you guys had to overcome then?
All right. So I think one of the biggest challenges that we had to face was to strike a balance between our academics as well as the competition itself. Because the competition itself requires a lot of time to prepare, and our team members had to come in early in the day, and they often stayed till very late at night in the lab just to tweak the performance of the car and to get it to the current performance that it can achieve. So from here, we actually learn to, we still have to,
You still had to juggle
Yes.
the competition as well as your studies. But, thank you so much for coming in. Congratulations. We also understand that, you're also going to be facing off against the best in the urban concept teams in the Drivers' World Championship in London. Good luck on that as well. Thank you very much for coming in and speaking to us. We've been speaking to Palanaipan Arunchalam and Felix Yong from NTU.